time for the MML Pro semi-final game between Golden Discipline and Blood of Amber. Man, this is always a big game between these two coaches, Trippers and Alma, during the season, and they did play this season as well. Alma won, but yeah, these two teams are going to go against each other again now. Blood of Amber been very impressive all season. The only points they've actually dropped are against the Goblin team. What's crazy considering how many teams have beat 3-0 with some impressive performances. I thought Tripp should have beaten Alma when they both met, but as I've already said, and I'm not going to keep going on about it, but I will say once more, Tripp blew that game. Left his non-show hand ball carrier free to get hit with a 2-die just to get more attrition. What I class as a typical kill team mentality, and that's fine to a certain extent because obviously Tripp really does rely on removals because his team's AB7. The good news for Tripp is, if you want to call it good news, is there is 2 players missing for the Dark Elves, so they will get a loner, I do believe, if I'm thinking this right. 5, 9, yeah, so they get a loner, and then they've got inducements. Hiya, Clown, you're alright. I will say this, I'll be quiet because everyone's still in bed. So unfortunately, I was a bit gutted because I thought 11 o'clock everyone would be up, but apparently they got the times a bit wrong way around. Yeah, it is a big game. Who are you backing, Clown? Like I said, he's got a you know, they're at the inducement screen. He's going onto the pitch now, so I'll go there in a minute. So like I said, they've got some really good pace. I mean, this is where the strength is. Now, he sort of told me what he's going for, but I'm not going to say it until I get there. Just in case, you know, things change. Well, in fact, he won't know. He'll be at the pitch side. He turned around to me and said he's got he's gone for Brab and Hubris Rakath with his inducements. Here's Golden Display, as you can see. This is what they rely on. They've got 4 Pommers, all that Mighty Blow. They've got a Yeti with their block and Mighty Blow as well. Well, I mean, I backed Tripp because in the Goblin Gambling, Gio went for Alma. So, you know, it was more tactical than anything else to have a slim chance of trying to get the Goblin Gambling thing. I don't think I will do though, because I've had a probably shocker on the bowl games. I'm not very good at these sort of things. Hence the Bernie's curse. They should now be at. Yeah, here we go. It should be a good game though. Should be a good game. Yeah, I mean, I thought Tripp should have won last time. I thought he blew it big style. And it worries me that when, obviously, after the game, Tripp said he only made the one mistake. And I'm like, you know what? That's your opinion, but everybody else seems to think he made tons. I always think when you make mistakes, we all make mistakes, we can at least look at it and go, yeah, I made a mistake there. I think the concern is if you make a mistake and you're adamant you didn't, that's always a worry. But you know, it's a big game. Tripp won't be faced by this at all. He's an MML Pro champion, so you know, I think he'll be the more relaxed of the two. I think Alma, he'll want this. Oh dear, let's have a look. Right, hey Murray. Now the coin toss has been done, I can give you inside information. Obviously, like I said, he said he's going to go for Hubris. Because he's a strength 4 strip baller, DP as well, and he should have gone for a Brab. He has, so yeah, he's gone with what he's told me he was going to go with. He was desperate to win the kickoff. He said, Bernie, I need to win the kickoff. If I win the kickoff, I've got a great chance. Guess what? He didn't win the kickoff. And I suppose this is always a thing you dread. I mean, obviously, when I play against the Chaos, you know, it's like, crap, man. All that claw, the game could be over after the first round of hits, you know? And I think that was the worry for Alma. But let's see what the kickoff gives us. It's a nice deep kick anyway. I always think sometimes, if I kick, I'd go for a short kickoff just in case I get blitz. Because it's pretty safe over there if he gets blitz. Oh, quick snap. I mean, the last two games Tripp's played, he's had this insane removal dice, hasn't he? Against Gerd, who came in with them Orcs. I mean, that Orc team wasn't a good Orc team, but the way he just dismantled it was scary. And then basically Fight Orc tapped out so quick. I thought he was French, you know. So that's the concern for Alma. Oh God, open up with I know it's a 3-die, but interestingly goes for the clawing, not the pom. Now what's he gonna do here? He's gonna push him as he is, and there we go. Not a good start, but he will be back for the final. That's the other thing we've got. That's the other thing we've got to look for, haven't we? We've got to look for injuries. Ivy. Oh, that's a pile every day of the week. He's got one. He's got one on the bench. That's a KO. That's the loner out the way. So this is the worry when you play against Tripp. He's got so much firepower that if it kicks up, if it basically does this, you're in trouble. And then he's got 2 DPs as well, if need be. You might have a crack at it, you know. It's not a bad start, is it? Not a bad start, but again, you know, I'm trying to remember what actually happened when the last played. I just remember thinking, well, Tripp's gonna at least get a draw out of this, and he messed it up. But yeah, it's a good start. He's probably gonna come with his Ulf if he's putting him there. This is what you want, don't you? On your first line of LOS hits is to get removals, get the numbers, and try and boss the half. That's basically what you're hoping for, isn't it? Oh, that's interesting. I thought I'd have pushed him wide there, but okay. I'm not exactly sure why you would go there. I mean, he's obviously thinking, you know what, I'm going to pile on. Obviously, don't forget, Alma does like to foul, and he does have a Brab. I think it'd be a bit ballsy to foul with Hubris, but it does tempt you with DP, doesn't it, I guess? Strength 4. Ball handle as well. Very nice. So it was a bit of a bad start. Yeah, I wouldn't do it, but I'm a pretty safe player, aren't I? So even with a Brab, I would just think I'd roll a 1, and it's just too much of a risk for me. But I like what Tripp's doing here. He's going to put a foul in anyway. He wants the numbers, and I totally agree with this. Will it work? We'll soon find out. Yeah, he will. I mean, I don't know. He does add the +1, but to me, he's a very good player. Well, we'll see, won't we, I guess. I mean, the POM will go for this guy. That's the thing I can tell you. I think that's a no-brainer. But yeah, it is a tough one, isn't it? I mean, I'm sure someone might be able to tell us the odds. But is it a 1 in 36, something like that? Now I think, here we go. Boom, have that back. KO. And that's the reason why Tripp has to go for the removals, because he's only AV7. You know, there's enough mighty blow in this. And I'm quite surprised. I thought he'd gone with his Pommer. I won't lie. But yeah, he's going to foul with the kicker, isn't he? You can't blame him for that. I don't think I'd have the guts to do it. Here we go. And there you go, you see. Already the Brab comes out. It does work. Now, would that DP have helped? No. All that foul done is give him a heart attack. And that's the thing with Brabs, isn't it? It's sort of, if you don't have a DP, it's 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 always a worry, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Would two babes would have been better, or an apple? It's not great for Alma, no. But one thing I have seen with Alma is I've seen him get into these positions where he's in trouble, or um, you think he's going to lose, and then he finds a way to win. Yeah, he did, but the thing is, Chip's too far back, and Alma would be like, you know what, if you want to go and go for the quick score, that's great. I don't care about that. You can have the quick score. There's a lot of basing coming up here, though, from Trip. That never helps. I mean, blitzing with your big guy. And this is a problem. You know, I think Trip's so used to bullying teams. But Alma's team's not a normal Dark Elf team. That's a problem he's got. That's good, though, for him. That's an injury. And the DP does work this time. And sometimes, I don't know. I mean, against my dwarfs, you can freaking mark all these up. Not a problem, mate. But this is a good chance for Alma to get some removals here. Although he does have a nice juicy bench there, doesn't he? Does Trip? Oh, don't get it with that one. I think this sort of game, his Pommer's gonna have to do some serious overtime. I would have hit with the Pommer in the first 10. I think against Trip, you've got to go with your Pommer. When you can. See, now the problem is if he goes and blitzes now with this guy, it puts him in a bad position, because if he follows and poms, then he's going to get fouled. Well, he gets the power. I don't think he can follow that. No, that's a good call. And that's the difference sometimes. If it had blitzed with that guy before he made the second hit, he could have pommed that pet. He could have pommed it. But because he took that extra block, he couldn't do it. And we're gonna have another foul here. He's hoping that he won't thingy again. Oh, he didn't even go. Dear me. So Trip fans should be happy at the moment. I mean, there's a KO and there's 2 injured. The Brab's gone. Hubris is still about. I think one thing we know for a fact is Alma will not put in the white flag. He will fight to the last Dark Elf, I think. We're not going to get he's not going to do what the Chofs did. I'll tell you that right now. And I understand why Fight Talker did what he did. He's thinking long term, and it's not, the way of the white flag. I think at half time, with 8 players left, and a wizard. But like I said to Talk, it's easy for us to say keep fighting on because it's now a team, But you won't get that from Alma. I'll be really surprised if Alma waves the white flag, even if it's, he will fight to the bitter end, because this is what he wants. He wants to win he wants to win the MML title, and there's nothing wrong with that, is there? And he knows last time Trip had a good dice, and Trip was in a good position, and he still got it done. So, that's what Alma will be thinking. Or that's what I'd be saying if I was Alma. I'd be like, okay, this happened before. Just got to be patient, wait, take our hits, wait for the mistake. And Tripp should be thinking, look, I've got this. This is my drive. I just got to take it easy. Don't make a mistake. And we'll be 1-0 up, and then the pressure's on the Dark Elves. And this is a nice blitz from Tripp. Bang. Have a bit of that. And he just pile on. And, oh, he's killed him! Oh, we've got a death! Goodbye, my friends. But I'm not going to go to the final. You gotta let that go. Let it go. Let it go. Or not. Right. That output turns around to me and says, every player I will sacrifice to get myself to the final. And that's why I love Alma. I wouldn't have done it. I would have been like, it's just not important enough. But he knows, numbers-wise, is in trouble. And he's thinking, that's a guard piece as well. It's a really ballsy action. That tells you the mentality of Alma. Yeah, well, this is what Tripp's done. Tripp's a good player. Look, you know, and I don't want Tripp thinking I'm hating on him, because I'm not. Because I love Tripp, and I've said many times before, I love watching Tripp play Norse. But this will be the third game on a trot where his team has just steamrolled another. Steamrolled AV9, steamrolled AV9, AV7 Chorfs, and now steamrolling Dark Elves. But, you know, his team is built to do this. Just people got to remember that. This team is built to remove players. So they're basically doing what Tripp's told them to do. You know? But if I remember correctly, yeah, I am going back. Oh, here we go. Ooh. If I remember correctly, going back, and this is a long time, when he was humans, I remember Tripp, human team, just breaking everything. They seemed to just kick everyone's ass. And nobody could live with them. And I'm getting that sort of vibe with this Norse team, you know? And again, you know, what one thing that I've found out. Yeah, I agree with everything like that, V. One thing you got to remember as well is we had it obviously with NTB, we had it with Beers. I'm sure there's others as well, but I can't remember off the top of my head. But a lot of these teams are quite old, and they've been around for a long time, and they've been patient, and they've kept, you know, they've kept going with these teams. And there's plenty of times when Tripp could have retired, and he hasn't. Yeah, you missed quite a bit, Shaky. And you know, they're now getting the rewards. I mean, there is rumours this was Tripp's last season, so what a way to go out. Oh god, that stupid thing. Hang on, Shaky. Yep, there you go. 2 injured. A KO. That was killed, and he used his on the Apo. He did buy a Brab, but he used a Brab up first foul. Oh, where's that? Is that it? Oh, that was a reroll from Alma. The Yeti's not done much. Well, I said that he injured some on the first 10, but then he's rolled 2-1 since. One was a blitz and one was just for a movement. But yeah, at the moment, Tripp should be extremely happy the way this is going. But again, you know, I've seen Alma in these positions before, and I've seen him just play amazing and, you know, turn it around. So this game isn't over. And another one, that's 3 1s on a bounce now for that Yeti. The Yeti is a hippie. The Yeti is a hippie, as me and Jesse used to say in the playoffs. And this Yeti is doing the same. Yeah, he's searching for the removals. He knows he's behind. Oh my word, and it's a pal. I was going to say, he hasn't got tackle, but doesn't need it. This is a pal on every day of the week. If he can get rid of the witch, it's I'm going to say, it is seriously in trouble. Now, ironically, this is a point where I would move my thrower back here, and I would go for the foul, and Tripp would be like, yeah, but Ben, if I do that, I'm a protecting the ball carrier. It's funny, isn't it? Yeah, Luca. Oh, that isn't. Oh, but then again, he's gonna. Oh, this is ballsy from Alma. Trippo's fans aware to do this. Has he got tackle? He hasn't. Oh, for fuck's sake, Trip. Oh, God. Oh, he does it all the time. Oh, no. Well played, Trip. How did he... Oh, man. What? I don't know what to say. I thought he was getting ready to foul the witch, and then he decides to go for that. And this is the problem with kill team mentality. They don't think about the ball very often. That's the problem. And this is why people like me always get a bad rep, because kill teams like this do this. This is deja vu. I mean, he's put himself in danger for no reason. For no reason. Well, if this isn't a kill team, I don't know what is, Murray. What he did in the first game, and then he'll blame me for hating on him. That's what happens. Tripp just can't help himself. He just cannot help himself. He wants the attrition. He wants to break stuff. Let's see if the ref... What? Oh yes, this is my opinion. This is only my opinion. But I'll also say as well, he has got claw. He hasn't got claw. Yeah, it's my opinion. He has got a kill team mentality. I don't give a peep what everyone else says. Everyone's thinking everyone's allowed an opinion, shall we say? And like I said, I'm not going to get into this. I'm here to celebrate this game. It's something I have a tongue in cheek with a lot of coaches regarding the kill team thing, because my teams are always classed as kill teams. So it's just more of a tongue in cheek. But he does have a kill team mentality. Because that's twice now he's played against Alma and he's given a shot on the ball just because he wanted to remove players. And the thing is, come on, man, you've removed enough bloody players already. But this is why I said Alma is still in this. And there's a KO. And this is why Alma's so good. Yeah, if you're gonna do stuff, do it out there. I mean, this isn't the first. I mean, there's a lot of bashy teams in the MML. You can't tell me you've not come across bash teams before. Talking about here we go. Then that's a skull. Has he got wrestle? It does. Now this is going to be a big scatter. The stem press comes in as well, and it was the stem present what saved the catch. But here we go. I'm stunned. You know what? There's not much. But not makes me speechless. But it's like I don't really know the word. I've been up that long, but he did this. Do you remember when I said at the beginning of the show? My concern with Tripp was he refused to acknowledge he'd made mistakes against Alma in the first encounter. Well, he said he made one. I think a lot of other people thought he'd made more. And he's done it again. He has done it again. He has gone for the removals, as I said, like a kill team mentality, when he didn't need to. And if he didn't get him down, then he was going to lose the ball. I don't get it. And I know he's going to hate me for it, but I've got to call out to see it. You've just basically thrown the game away again. and now you're hoping for some good fortune. Well, that's a nice scat if it comes backwards. It hasn't. This time present kicks in again, and that's a great scat for the Dark Elves. And this is what I would say to a lot of new coaches. People learning about it. It's not all about the bash, even if you are bash. Sometimes you've got to just, protect the ball. Sometimes you might make a mistake and the opponent might find a chink in your armour, or he'll do a crazy chain play or something, and it's like, well, okay, you've just got to give kudos to him. But when you do this, when you've got the game under control, it just, I don't know, triggers the hell out of me. I'm not going to lie. He's got a POW there, so that's big. And that's even more big. And this is it. And this is where, oh God, lose 1 point of agility. That is horrendous. And this is why I think a lot of like elf coaches and dwarf or whatever, what a claw kill team or whatever, get annoyed at. Because let's be honest here, Tripper's made a lot of mistakes that last turn. And he may get away with it because of removals. And that's why people play bash. Because it's so much easier if you can get the removals, isn't it? Where with elves, yeah, a lot of things is easy with elves and that, but, if you roll a double 1, and they do happen, oh God, look at that, then you're sort of screwed. Where at least with bash, if you roll a double skulls, you get to usually re-roll it, don't you? It never is. It never is with him, and that helps Alma now. I mean, we had this conversation last time, when I streamed Trip's game, and like I said, Trip wasn't very happy because he thought I was a bit harsh on him, but he's done exactly the same thing. Oh, double skulls. He has, but that was a long time ago. And I understand exactly what you're saying, Thunder. I get it. He's won a championship. But that doesn't mean you're, what's the word? You're immune to being questioned on mistakes, as I would call it. Yeah. I don't know. How many rerolls has Trip got left? 1. I mean, for the neutral, this is good, because... No, I don't think he's forgot. He backs himself. He loves Frenzy. He backs himself. That's one good thing about Trip is he will back himself. And, Frenzy... I mean, he had 6 dice on the ball. So, you could look at it and say, well, Bernie was really lucky. He had six dice on the ball. And, yeah, V said, yeah, he hit the side step a second time. So, he was more than well enough. He just backed himself to do it. But again... And this is it. This is the problem. Is if you give a good coach an in like that, then he's going to take it. Well, he's got a 2 die on the. Oh no, he hasn't. Has he got? Do they have Dauntless? They don't, do they? Why did I think they had Dauntless? No, he ain't going to blitter the Yeti, unless that was a delay V. See, what I like about Alma is every player, he will sacrifice to get this win. And I really respect that sort of mentality, Like I say, I've got a lot of time for people who are like, you know what? I want to win the MML Pro title, and I will use everything in my power and sacrifice everything to get that title. And I really respect that. Well, this is the thing, isn't it? Yeah, but it's the mentality, though, isn't it, Murray? It's the mentality. It's his way of saying, look, do you know? And Frenzy all of a sudden isn't getting it done. This is a bonus for Alma. This is a massive bonus. And I think this is, you know, good elf coaches will, you know, have patience, you know, and they'll wait for that mistake. What a lot of bash teams do. You're right, Bezo. When's your blitz game, Bezo? Right, can he get this one die? No. So what's that? He's been through what, 2-3 rerolls there for not respecting the ball and could be 1-0 down. Yeah, I got that from Rez though. That was a Rez saying, but I loved it. I love the saying. And that's a definite mentality to have for an elf. You know what? He might not. He might not, Thunden. Gravity Kills is dead. Uh-oh. That's going to be an apple. And he's not making the final. And, like I say... Oh, well, that's not too bad for a jumper player. All this has happened because he didn't respect the ball. Just remember that. This is what happens if you don't respect the ball. Yeah, until Bezo turned up. Blame Bezo. You see, and the thing is, right, and this is why people think I am the curse. Because I was like, oh, well, triple win this. And look what's happened to him. Ooh, that was a nice hit. That looked good. He might stall this. He might stall this. He's got no rerolls left now as Trip. Do not be surprised if he stalls this, because he'll be thinking, you know what? If I don't score, I'll just score my drive, then take it back off you. That way I don't get all these hits either. I think he'll stall this. Because he's strength 4. If he's strength 3, he wouldn't be strength 4. And then he'll try and dodge out this guy, Hubris. No, I agree, and I think a lot of people will, especially in the playoffs. But this is Alma. You never know. Yeah, he's going for the stall. And the thing is, as well, he knows if he goes with the Dauntless piece, it's got Frenzy, so it'd be a red die. And there you go, exactly. I play Alma a lot. I know the way Alma thinks. The Yeti is a hippie. Well, he's had well. Well, I think it's smart. I think it's a smart stall. If it was a 1-die pow, so be it. He's still then got a chance to get the ball back off him. I would do it. I would do it. And I would have probably gone the other way around. I would have probably blitzed with the DP because I don't want a friends trap into a red die. He needs the power off 1 dice. Does he get it? No. Now it's a red die. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. No way. Oh, well. That's interesting. But again, he's got. Well, you got to remember, he's got Hubris down there, who's got. That's where I'd have put him. You can't pile on that. Oh, look where the scars have gone. He's got to keep him there. Is there anything he can bring up? Yeah, it's punished, but it's a 2+ pickup, isn't it, to score? It was still the right call. I have no doubt about that. And I don't think Almo will be a bit frustrated, but I don't think he's going to be that bothered. To be fair, he's stalling this out. The only way he doesn't is if this is a 1. I mean, obviously the Alpha Werner failing the DFR there was unfortunate for Trip, but he got a bit of a good fortune. I mean, to be fair, NCB's plays do break. Just like he scores a lot. It's the right way. And look now, I mean, it can bring all these plays forward as well. I mean, it's a smart call. It's just a smart call. It's a smart play from a smart coach. You know, a lot of people, like I said, would have scored, and then they'd have been getting hit on again. I mean, how many players has he got? I can't see. 4 players at the moment gone. How many Trip got out? He's got 3 out. You know, I think you've got to like go with your gut in a way, but I've always been quite a safe player. Now I was like I've got to stall here. You know, he's got a 1 die. If he fails, that's a red die, and he'd need a red die double pow. I don't know what the odds are, but that's pretty rare. And he got it, but even if he got it, I'm thinking, well, where's your ball retrieval? You don't have a ball retrieval. You know? And this is like I say, it's just smart play, and he'll go for the quick score to go 2 up at the beginning of the half, and that'll be game, I think. You know, Tripp's only hope is removals, but he can't protect the ball. He doesn't. He just wants to break stuff. That's the problem he's got. He just cannot get away from this kill team mentality. He just can't. There's a time and a place for it. And that yet has been awful after the first hit. I'll give him that. But, you know, he's going to say, I had 6 dice on the ball, needed a power if I got it. Happy days. I honestly thought he was coming back to foul the witch. What would have still been a bit dodgy for the ball carrier, but at least that made a lot more sense. So he's hoping for a miracle now, let's be honest. And that's what's that, 3+ dodge and 2... He can't even... Oh, I didn't see the Alpha one there. Oh, wow. Are you kidding me? Right, okay. 1 die pow. Has he got... Oh, no, it's not 1 die. Is that a red die? I think that's... Oh, no, he's already used his frenzy, hasn't he? Or was that 5+ dodge needed? Yeah, got it. Good play from Trip. That was definitely his best option. It can now bring him in if you don't fail the GFI. He does. It's very well played from him, from Trip. He's done the best he can. A 2 down there. I mean, that's the thing for Trip. He hasn't rolled any powers, has he, on these blodgers for a while. He does believe that he doesn't need tackle really when he's got frenzy. Well, at the moment, frenzy ain't doing its thing. Although that was only obviously a 2 down block instead of a 4. So it's basically, yeah. As long as he doesn't roll double 1, he scores here. Because it is a movement 7 piece out there, yeah. I would just try and score. I wouldn't even bother as much as the attrition is. Yeah. Oh, he's gonna. Well, if you dub skull this is on you. Doesn't. But again, I honestly think. I honestly think Alma's just cruising, and he has so much confidence that even if he didn't score here, he'd still probably win the game. That's the way he'll be thinking. You know. So, I'm just going to see if there's going to be a break here. Because sometimes there's a break. Just asking if he's having a break or not. Sometimes there's a sick break, doesn't he? No, no sick break. Win straight on. That's huge. Get his KO back. Now, does the Norse get any back? They get one back. It's the runner. Right, okay. So, something drastically bad's going to have to happen here to Trip gets to get back in this game. Yeah, this is going to be screened down one side. I think personally, see, I see this a lot. I mean, obviously, I don't really use this. I basically will go in the middle and go, right, go down which side you're going to go down, and I'll just collapse the cage. Or try to collapse the cage, I should say. I think this way, this helps. This certainly plays more to the Dark Elves. But we'll see. Where's his other Ulf? Surely the Ulf should be on the side. Ulf there. Ulf there. Both strength 4. If he wants to punch down the side, let him, but I suppose the Ulfs are there for the frenzy. So I get that to a certain extent. So he's put the blodger on the side instead. Shame he didn't have. Well, he's got a fend piece there. Oh, God, that'd be. I mean, Trip's not out of this, but he's bloody made this ridiculously hard. And the great thing with Elves is you don't need loads of players. I mean, crikey, he's got loads actually. What's he got? 5, 6, 7. He's got 9 players. Jesus. That guy's missing though, unfortunately. He might be fired random. -1 AG. But you know what? He would have quite happily sacrificed that to make the playoffs. And just in case anyone wants to know, the other semi-final will be tomorrow, 8 PM UK time, between Azek and myself. As I run through the Kill Team Gauntlet of Claw with my own lovely, lovable dwarfs. Be interesting to see how Alma plays this. I think I would play this a lot different to a lot of other players. In that I would go for the score early and put this to bed, but I see a lot of coaches, especially elf coaches, who'll just stall it. And you know that's fair enough. I mean, I must be one of the few who obviously wouldn't. But I'd be like, you know what? If I can punch in 2-0. It's basically game over. But I suppose then, score early, he gets a few more removals. But no, then you get the ball back, won't you? I don't know. Either way, the longer it's at 1-0, the more exciting it is for us, so win-win. Gonna go for the bash fight. Oh, perfect defense. Well, that helps. That helps a lot. And V-Power called it. You make it punished. Again, he was searching for removals like, yeah, V called it. Didn't need to. I would have gone down one side and punched it in. Or tried to punch it in. It does have its risks, but... The problem now is he's got to make sure he doesn't overcommit here, Trip. Well, that's brave. Yeah. Okay. I've Anyone else see the issue with that Pommer there? And on a postcard? Yeah, there we go. There we go. I didn't want to say it out, but this Strength 4 witch was probably thinking, oh, by the way, you're going, bye. Yeah. We might, yeah. And this is a right play from Trip. Of course you can. To be honest, I already thought it was. There you go. Your wish is my command. Oh dear. I need to get myself... Oh, bloody hell. I've run out of tea and coffee. Well, when I say run out, I'd have to go into the kitchen and get it. I've got a can of Coke somewhere. In my swag bags. Oh, yes I do. There we go. Boom. Bit early for Coke, but hey. So, this is interesting. He's got himself in a bit of a pickle. I mean, the good thing is he does have a lot of strength. Although, how much strength's on the line? 3, innit? You always got to be wary with loners as well. You always like to throw in that dub skull when you least want it. And at least his strength 4 piece has got sure hands. So, saying that, I don't think I would have picked it up before I'd protected the ball, but... So he's got dodge, but there's no tackle on him, so he's probably the safest one to dodge out, and he is, I think. So dodge them 2 out, 1 goes there, 1 goes there, so that sort of protects the cage. But this has been a bit of good fortune for Trip. Now the question is, can he, like, you know, give himself a chance to take this to overtime? If I'm Trip, I am extremely happy of how this has started off, and even more so now. I think Trip... Well, I'd be as confident as I could be if I was Trip at the moment. And this is the thing about playoffs, isn't it? It's very, very rare, especially in semi-final, that everything goes your way. Now, it's up to Trip now to try and regroup and get himself back into this game, you know. It was self-inflicted. I think everybody will agree with that. Trip probably won't, but I think the rest of us can. No ones there. Now, this is going to be interesting to see the positioning here of from Trip, because Dark Elves can quickly go past you. They're not as scary as like Wood Elves or Gutters and stuff like that, but they're still, you know. He does, but he's got to be careful with his positioning here. But yeah, he'd like to see that Yeti move. Is he going for hubris? Yeah, I mean, the good thing he does have a strength 4 tackle piece, what's really good. Like I say, Trip position is usually pretty good. So, you know, like I say, Trip does majority of things right. It's just, he just seems to just get a bit blood crazed at times. He's going to go for hubris. He's trying to... Um, take out the strength 4, I guess. Oh, he almost did as well. The Terminator almost terminated someone. The problem we got though now is how many hits has he given so far? 1, possibly 2, but he would have to commit to that. Possibly 3, but again he'd have to commit to that. So this is a smart play from Tripp in that he's using his strength to say, look, if you want to get hits on my players, you're gonna have to like sacrifice a few of your Dark Elves. So this is nicely played from Tripp. And obviously Hubris is stunned for the turn. Foul? Oh, not really. It's a risk. He's going to do it. Yeah, he's going to do it. Well, if it works, it'll be great. If he gets sent off, yeah, it's awful. And it is. Oh, no. Brings back nightmares of Nutcracker, bless his soul. He does everything right, and then puts in a no-assist foul. If it had worked, he would have said it was a masterstroke, and it'd been well worth it. If it fails, it just looks awful. And that's one less piece now to use. Oh, I didn't like that. If it pays off though, see now he might now he can palm that because deck player's been used. Has he got another deck player? And there we go. Now I can guarantee you that point. I think he's got one there, so maybe then. I was going to say, guarantee you, if there's no deck player on the pitch, he's going to palm. But he palm regardless. This is looking good for the Elves. This is really looking good for the Elves. In just... well... he got what he wanted. With overtime a possibility, I would have kept that reroll, but I just think Alma thinks he's got him here. I honestly do. I think Alma's thinking I've got this one. Yeah, and one of those shouldn't... I mean, that foul was awful. We all know it was awful. There's a time place to foul, but then again, Triple be like, well, it's an 8. It's an 8. I get +1 DP. But if I remove it, it's a big plus. You know, and if I don't break armor, there's a good chance I will get sent off. So I get why he did it. I get it. Yeah. He if he wins this, he'll so want to play against Azek. He so will. Azek, you know, has a reputation of not being able to play against elves. It just comes across as deja vu to me. This, you know, I streamed the last time these two played. Tripp was in cruise control and he left his ball carrier open, and he's done it. He's basically just done it again. I can't believe it. You know, I did say at the beginning of the show that I was concerned. He was basically adamant he didn't make a mistake and it was the right call. And he's not learned from it. I mean, it's been a great season regardless for Tripp. He's not out of it yet, but I'd be fearing the worst now. He needs some removals and he needs them quick. I mean, he might even risk a Yeti GFI blitz here. Yeah. Wow. Well, you know, it is what it is. It's a bit unfortunate. This is looking good for Alma now. Um, and you've got to respect the mentality of Alma. He's not put a foot wrong again. Is he going to stall this? See, he's obviously so confident of the position he's in, and I don't blame him. I mean, the more he stalls, the more trips in this game. You know? But, Alma will be saying, look, I don't need to score Bernie. I'm going to make him come to me and then try and blast past him, I guess. Well, he sort of can't re-roll that now. But he might have to. Can he? I check the... He might have to eat that. He is going to eat that because he already used the other re-roll, so... And this is the problem when you fall back. This can happen. Oh, he won't have liked that trip. He will not be happy with that. He wanted that gone. I mean, what this does do for Trip, though, gives him hope. This would worry me, because this is still a 2+. And obviously, he's got jump up. So what do you do? If these two guards come across, you're leaving this guy open. Unless these two guards come across, and then this guy comes across here to mark him up. Maybe. Oh, why? What? Well, the thing is that Hubris is actually doing quite well just being on the floor because he's got jump up. Right, he needs this removed. This trip. What is it? It's a KO. That helps. That helps a lot. That's the scoring threat gone. I'm guessing he's going to 2-die hit this, and then he's going to foul... Oh, no, strength 4, beg your pardon. And then he's going to foul this. Oh. Oh, dear and niggle. Choo-choo. And this is the problem. When you stall against mass firepower, this can happen. He's got to protect... Oh, okay. So you've got to protect that tackle piece. He's your best piece so far. Now, if he can get this guy gone, this is a foul. This is a worthy foul. It's going to be a 3-dar foul. 3-dar foul? 3+ foul, sorry. Freaking hell. +2, +1 for the DP. Oh, he's got fend, so he can't be saved. Okay. Yeah, I think V is more triggered with Alma, like I'm triggered with Trip. This is a smart foul. Might not work. That's unfortunate. That is a huge let off for Alma. Everything was going well for double one. That is unfortunate for Trip. If he could have even stunned him then, he had a massive chance. Yeah, I mean, like I said beforehand, I was like, look, protect this tackle piece. It's really your most important piece. And he brought him forward. Now he's going to get hit. I understand why he did it. But now, if this is a removal or even a stun, he's in trouble. Saying that, he's pinned now as well, isn't he? Yeah, he's not having it. Scummy ref here. Don't know what it is. I wonder if MML's cracked down on him, because like I fouled 3 times against Fox and got pinged every single time. Well, that helps. I mean, it's good though, isn't it? It's good to have this sort of like, what was that? My dog? Oh, my dog's sneezing. It's good to have these sort of close games. And I think you sort of, you know, I've won quite a lot of titles before. I've never won an MML one, but I think the philosophy is the same. These are the sort of games you want, and if you win these sort of games, you go into the final thinking, you know what? I'm a lot more confident. I had to go through hell and back to make the final. You know, sometimes if you get an easy semi-final, and that's very rare, but if you get an easy semi-final, you know, that can be dangerous. I'm sure we'd all take an easy semi-final, but I'm just saying that there is you know, pros and cons for it. Right, okay, there's a 2 die on the ball if he needs it. It is a bit, it's a couple of 3 pluses, but it's there. It's there if he wants it. But the problem he's got is it may make him. He does, yeah. I mean, one's the kick guard piece. What's nice, but it's not crazy. The other one's a blitzer. What would hurt? What do you mean MNG now? Well, did I miss an? I didn't miss another injury, did I? Him and the Niggle. That's all he's lost. Well, all he's lost is lost too. Safe to say though, in the semi-final, whoever gets through that, there's going to be players missing. He's got 2 Mighty Blow Claw Pommers and another Mighty Blow Claw, what obviously is scary. And I've got a lot of Mighty Blow Pal on, and I will foul Pommers, and I will fight to the last dwarf. Even if it means retire, my team getting retired. It's the way I play. Oh wow, talking about the way he plays, that is ballsy. You know what? I've given Almo a lot of kudos for what he's done. I'm going to give a lot of kudos there for Trip. That was beautifully played. He's gone for the 1 die because he's trying to get the 0-7 there to get the ball retrieval if he is lucky enough to get the POW. He probably deserved that POW because he's rolled a lot of dice and not get one. The question is, where does this ball go, and is he going to fall? Where's the ball going to fall to? I mean, this is massive because it depends where this ball goes. I don't know what we're waiting for. Have we got a blue screen? This seems a long time to wait for a bloody. I don't know, Trip. You tell me, mate. Yeah, you have internet, obviously, yeah. And my internet obviously must still be working if you're there. I don't know, mate. I don't know. Yeah, I was thinking of something like that, but again, like I said, the first half, Trip let him get the ball again, and in my humble opinion, Alma should have just not messed about and scored. 2-0, game's over. Trip ain't getting back from that. I personally think Alma was trying to stall and try and protect his players. The problem is obviously Trip's a very good coach, and he's got the firepower to remove players. And if he keeps removing players, you're going to have less Dark Elves. And the thing I don't like about Dark Elves is they're not as fast as Wood Elves or certain Pro Elf players. Or, you know, so they aren't going to be able to burn past the Norse as easy. But yeah, this is big. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen here. Trip, can you pause the game? Because that'll stop it from being a concede. I'll tell you what, I would not like to be. I mean, what happens if this goes down as a concede? Do they just replay the game, or pause time is still going? I was under the impression that if you pause the game, I mean, what happens then if this game? I mean, what turn are we on? I mean, 10, 12? PSN Online. What Alma's is? This would be a crying shame if this is it. This game was bubbling nicely. Tripp had got the pow with a good scatter. He was definitely in this. With a bad scatter, he was in trouble, I think. But I mean, we must have been. This is gonna. This is when you don't want to be a bloody admin. Will be a mutual coach decision. So just explain that, Thunder, and what that means to obviously some people who might be watching this game and they're not from the MML or yeah, I think this is going to be replayed, if anything. This might not be a cyanide issue. If you restart the trip, you both are off. You'll be both out the game, and I think the game will just go splat. I think Alma's mobile thing's green, but that'll be his mobile though, won't it? I always thought if you, I will post SS later. What does that mean? I mean, all you can do, Trip, is just pause the game and just wait. A lot of times, I mean, the thing is, Alma's got internet via his mobile. I've just got a message. Hang on, I've got a message. It's you. Alma thinks. Alma's saying it's you, Trip. Alma's saying he's online. It's you. Trip. Hang on. Trip saying it's you. Are you online and in game? He's saying it's Trip. Yeah, but he's the Trip. He's basically saying it's you. He's saying he's on the game. It's you who needs to. I mean, hang on. Just give me a sec. I'm getting a response now from Alma. Is Discording me? Oh yeah, it's definitely you, Trip. You got to reboot, mate. You got to reboot. I've just been given a screenshot. Alma's saying it says on Alma's screen it's waiting for you to connect, and that's why you can't stop the timer. Alma stopped the timer, so you need to restart your PS4. I've got the picture here. Right, so online in game, Trip disconnected, then came back, then disconnected. So Trip DCD'd twice. Yeah, I've got the screenshots. Thunder, it's definitely on Trip's side. I've had 2 screenshots now. It's so we might be all right. He's paused it. Yeah, cheers, Trip. So bit of confusion, but bizarre though, isn't it? Because the Trip's thinking, oh well, Alma's crashed, and Alma's like, he just messaged me going, well, you know, I'm still waiting on Trip, and I'm like, well, Trip says it's you. Oh. Meanwhile, V-Power's like, I just want to know where the scanner goes. Show me the scanner. He's gonna have his Jerry Maguire moment. He restarting now, Almer. Well, this is a. Yeah, I always feel guilty asking coaches when they're in the semi-final, but I did say to Alma, I said, look, if he comes back on the game, can you tell me if you're playing? Because I might have to restart my cabal if he doesn't click back in. Yeah, these things do happen. You know, it's nobody's fault. It just happens. It just adds to the drama, doesn't it? This scatter is so huge. Yeah, with a blackout, yeah. Oh man. Here we go! We're on! Not the greatest guy. I'll just better tell him. Yeah, bless him. He just messaged me saying we're back on. Well, look, that scatter could have been better, or it could have been worse for Trip, because obviously, you know, that could have landed in the elf's hands. Well, obviously the runner's going to get dodged, isn't it? And then obviously he'll probably try and dodge him, but the reroll has been used for this turn, just so everyone knows. Apparently Trips paused the game. Oh god. Oh, thanks Alma, you're a lifesaver, because I'll be like, oh my god, he's running out of time. So this is going down. Now he's back on again. Back to Agile 4 guy up there. Where? Oh yeah, but with a Yeti. Oh god, this is. Oh god, I wouldn't want to be Trippy here. Oh, wow, so close. I mean, do you just stand this guy up, or do you risk the dodge? We're gonna find out. He risked the dodge. Yeah. I don't know. I thought he'd just come in for the just to tell us what was going on, but I'll be a bit careful what I say. Yeah, I think I would have just stood him up, because there's no way he's going to save that guy if he needs to get the ball loose here. But I guess with this guy, it was like, God, if I bring him through, he's through. Yeah, that he needed a better scat, didn't he? And he needed. I mean, if that guy had done the 3+, it would have been all right there. Oh dear. Oh, she's got tackle. Oh, she's got tackle, and he's injured. A full fighter's gone. He's fine. But that's another huge removal, and this game swings again. And maybe that is the removal he needs. He's stunned, yet he's on the floor. The other strength 4 piece is gone. This is looking pretty good again for Alma, I think, here. The Palmer's coming in, the guard's in. Chain push as well, beautifully played. Oh, you don't need to palm that, you just need to keep the ball safe, I think, don't you? See, and if it had kept that guy there, then he'd have had to have a choice of either trying to safe that or do this. And I'm pretty sure they'd done this. So that means then that strength 4 piece next turn would have been able to hit the ball carrier. You know? What are we looking here? Oh, and even Hubris is getting in on it now. That's a nice and interesting pow on a blodger. I mean, jump up. Oh, he needs that yet to stand up. That's what he needs. Alright, okay, so... Oh, God, is he in chat or not? Because... Oh, well, there you go, doesn't matter. I was going to say, if it could have, like, one dart out of the way, then hit with the Yeti, but that's not going to happen now. And this is why Alma's so good, is he has so much strength. So that's a strength 4 blodger, isn't it? How many turns we got left? 3 and 4. Oh, I didn't go for the blitz with that. I honestly thought he would have gone with the blitz with the Yeti. Oh, this game's done, I think. Bar some shenanigans now. Well, you can go back. That's not going to worry Alma. Alma's winning. Unless he's waving the white flag, but I wouldn't think Trip would do that. No. He's going to go for the 1 die and prayer. He needs another. Okay. Let's do that first, fan. All I need is a miracle. He needs some luck here. He can be done though. He's done it already. Oh, where are we going? Where are we going? This way? Boom. Nope. He decided to go that way. Might have been... Oh, double 1. Yeah. That is game. Surely. Has to be game. Bar of what? Double 1? Even then. Yeah, not much you can do with snakes, unfortunately. Like I say, I think this game turned on when he tried to remove that player and pissed the ball carrier in the first half, you know. It's going to be interesting to see what he does here. Nice smell. And then he'll go there. And that should be that. Should be... So that 1 die from Trip gave him just a little hope, didn't it? But in the end, unfortunately, It was a mirage. And that yet has been bloody awful game, bar the first hit. Um, like I said, Tripp's done well this second half. He's fought as hard and as best he could. But he did his damage in the first half, didn't he? Again. Just man boggles sometimes. Just don't know how. What can he do? I mean, I'm just can I? No, that's not even in. I mean, Tripp had really bad luck with his fouling. I mean, I thought the first one was a bit risky. The second one was just really unfortunate. But that's the risk with fouling, isn't it? Some days the fouling's amazing and it comes off, and then there's sometimes just diabolical. Yeah, he's going to go for this. This is... Oh, that's unlucky after doing all the hard work. Oh, that is really that is really a kick in the nuts. That was his only option to get a one die. I saw it, but I wasn't sure if he was in chat or not, so I thought better not. But that was a good sort of thing to do. But unfortunately, Nuffle was like, "Hi, right, mate." Yeah, he's had a few of those, hasn't he? But you know, he's lost two players for the final. That's not bad, I guess. I mean, obviously that's a shame. The other one, he's got kick and guard, but it's nothing amazing. I think he would have took that going into it. You know, now he's going to try and break a few more players. Definitely wants to try and injure some more players. As Dazalma's like, right. You keep kicking my ass, I'm going to try and... Oh, he's going for the nice pieces as well. It's not daft. Hubris foul, yes, it could be. On the Yeti. Try and kill another Yeti, probably. Luckily he had Fend, so that saves that. I don't know what he's going to do. Possible. I don't know. Game's won. And this is the problem I have. Is like, I won't foul in this position, but then what happens is my opponent then gets up and beats my players up and then injures one of my players. So, you know what? Yeah, I don't have an issue with that. I don't have an issue with that foul at all. And again, I think it goes on the rep of the coach as well. Maybe, I don't know. And this is the problem, isn't it? Because, you know, personally, I'd be like, look, this game's done. You know, you know, maybe, you know. But like I've said, I've done this 2-3 times now, and my opponents thank me by hitting me and injuring my players. So I get why Alma's doing this. I totally get why Alma's doing this. Yeah, every right he does. Yeah, if he wants to. And that, you know, I don't understand why he is. I don't know what Tripp's doing. Ah, I see what he's doing. Right, he's going to force the score. Right, okay. Smart play, Tripp. Oh wow, that is an absolute ridiculous game. This is why I don't like big guys. Really hate big guys. But like I said, it's look. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. And this is one problem with the code of conduct. Sometimes it's like you know that trip's going to keep hitting, so the foul is warranted. That's the difference. Now, if Trip had turned around and said, "Look, I'm done," and then he kept fouling, then I would agree with London. The code of conduct only works if everybody buys into it. But you know, some coaches are like, look, you foul, keep fouling because I want to keep hitting. You know, as Davo said to me, look, mate, I'm going to keep hitting because I need to level up my players. So screw your mercy, I'm going to keep hitting. You know, it's such a fine balancing act. Oh, okay, scored. I wouldn't have scored that unless he knows that Trip's not going to hit. But yeah, that's what I said, London. But a lot of them don't, mate. That's the problem you've got. And then you get frustrated coaches like me who are like, look, I'm trying not to break your players. I've not hit yet. You've got up and you broke my player. Now, in any other league, I'd have fouled there and I wouldn't have a broken player. But I've bought into the MML and then someone's just stuck two fingers up at me and broke my player. And that is where I get frustrated with the MML. It's because, you know, it seems like, you know. And the annoying thing is in my game, if I'd have fouled him and killed him, he'd have had every right to go to the refs council and put a complaint in. But I didn't, and then I lose a player. But then I don't put into refs council because technically it's a legal hit. So yeah, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. If I'd have fouled and broke his player, I'd have got a yellow card for it, no doubt about it, and I probably would have deserved it via the code of conduct. But because I played via the MML way, I ended up with a broken player. Doesn't seem fair to me, but that I'm not going to go into that. It's done and dusted. It is what it is. But I agree. It works if everybody buys into it. But again, everyone's got different personality. Everybody's got different reading of certain things. So you're always going to have that sort of contention, I guess. It is what it is. But very impressive performance yet again. Oh, these are this is why he went for the LOS hits, because one's hubris, doesn't care about hubris. One's a loner, doesn't care about him, and he's got his niggled bloody Bill, who he was thinking of sacking before the game anyway. So these are all, he don't care about any of these players. He's going to go for one turner. Good luck with that. But I think Alma's going to be happy. Yeah, it's sad that he's lost that player, but you know he's gone against a really killy team, and he knows in the other semi-final there's going to be two. Whoever gets through are going to be pretty broken probably. So you know he just needs to get to the final. He's good enough. Obviously, he plays in clan for me, so I know how good he is with just normal players. So I think Alma's going to be favourite whoever he plays against. Maybe not as much against the dwarfs, but I think if obviously Azek gets there, I think everybody will be on the Alma train just because Azek's yet to prove he can beat Dark Elves. Saying that, it would be a great statement for him to prove us wrong in a final. But I'm happy. I would have been happy for these two coaches to make it. You know, especially if this is Tripp's swan song. It'd have been nice for him, but like Thunden said earlier, he's already made the playoffs. So, you know, you've got... I've not made the playoffs. What am I on about? He's already won MML Pros. And I think for Alma, if he could win it with Dark Elves, he could then relax and maybe bring in Rats or something. You know. But it's been a good game. Like I say, I think yet again the biggest thing to come out of this is protect the ball. You know, I think yet again, Tripp's shot himself in the foot again here. Didn't protect the ball. And you can't do that against a coach like Alma. You know? Make him have to work to get the ball. Don't offer it on a silver platter. You know? And now the Yeti finally does something. I mean, he's been awful for Tripp after the first hit of the game. Full credit to Tripp trying to get himself a TD. Let's see. 2 more he needs though. 2 more pushes. I'm gonna say he's gonna have to dodge something out. This is very well played from Tripp. Gotta love this effort. Very, very well played, Tripp. Can he get it though? He goes into there. Is he 1 short? Yeah, he is, isn't he? Because that guy's right over there. Unlucky Tripp. He needed 1 there and 1 there. And unfortunately, that guy is way over there. Yeah, he got the push as well. He would have got it. Yeah, he did. He did, didn't he? Well, there you go then, ladies and gentlemen. You have your first finalist of this, the MML Pros, and very well deserved. You know, win for Blood of Alma and Alma. Blood of Alma? Oh god, I can tell I've not had much sleep. Blood of Alma, coached by Alma. Both coaches played very well, but again, it's deja vu for me. Norse were in complete control, and then they went for the attrition over keeping the ball safe, and Amber did it again. They punished them again. And, you know, it is what it is. A very comfortable win in the end on the score. 2-0. Well, I know that Alan will be cheering on Isaac. I know that for definite. And I don't blame him. But yeah, I'm really happy for my clanmate to get through. Gutted for Tripp because it would be nice to see him in a final with Norse. I am a big fan of his playing Norse, but unfortunately, he just couldn't get it done. And then when he sort of did what he could, he got a lot of double ones in there. When that sort of thing happens, you're in trouble. His fouls were caught by the ref as well. The ref wasn't having any of it today. He even caught obviously Alma's foul as well. So that was unfortunate, wasn't it? But it was a good game. Both coaches gave the role, and that's all you can do in Blood Bowl. Try your best. But unfortunately, you're always going to have a winner and you're always going to have a loser in a game. But I think Blood Bowl is the overall winner here. Both, like I said, both did well. But the Dark Elves go through, and is this the season that Alma predicts he'll win, and he does, and we finally get a Dark Elf champion? You know, I think we might have one. I really do. But anyway, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed the show. Thanks for everybody who came on and kept me company. And well done to Alma. Good luck in the final, and commiseration to Tripp. You're still my Norse god hero, and all the best in your venture for next season if you do come back. Anyway, that's me done, guys. Take care, and I'll speak to you later. Bye bye.